Look better. So, hello everybody. My name is Nikos Koukis. I'm a robotics engineer working here in London. I made a plugin a couple of years ago in Vim, and I just want to share it with you and chat about it. It's not really a formal presentation or anything. So, the plugin is called vim-debugstring. It basically gives you an easy way of printing stuff arbitrarily in a language agnostic way. So, and printing in either a debug string or an expression, a statement, a variable, whatever you want. So for example, I can be in a C++ file and I want to see I have a program here that's crashing at some point. I can actually make it crash, so I can show you guys. Okay, so to find out what's happening here, I can either go into GDB, I can either compile with debug symbols, go into GDB, then continue, and then go into backtrace. But if I'm on a large code base, and I haven't compiled before with debug symbols, that may take time. Running with debug symbol may take time. So what I'm doing on a daily basis when I have this sort of trouble, I'm using the plugin of mine, and let me actually bring up this sort of thing again. Okay, that works. So I'm bringing up my plugin in Vim, and I'm just printing debug strings in random parts of the function I know that's crashing until I'm seeing the last one, basically. So I'm going like, I have a binding for this, map leader ds. I'm pressing that, I'm printing this thing. So this says the file name I'm in, the line number, standard string so that I can grab all of them afterwards with a search command, delete them, and an increasing counter, basically. So, and then I can, having done it for the first time, I can then use another plugin that's pretty well known. It's the repeat plugin to repeat the same thing I've done. So I can put in every random place of the function I'm interested in. So now if I run it, I can see that after the fourth debugging string, it crashed. And it's this line because in which one was it? In this function right here, I have nulled the pointer I'm dereferencing afterwards. So this is an easy use case to show what one of the modes that this plugin can work in. You can use it for to go and see whether your program goes into an if or enters some control flow block or something, just by printing increasing number of debugging strings. Another way you could use it is to print arbitrary statements or expressions. So instead of using map leader ds, I can do map leader ds capital, and then I'm given a prompt to input an expression to print. So I can for example print a squared plus b squared, and it will show something like this. And I can also use the repeat plugin afterwards and repeat this expression whenever I want to print it. And that works. And that works in either C++, Python, Java, whatever language I varied a certain function in my plugin. It's rather easy to extend it, to add more functionality to it. So it works in Python. Can do it here, or the expression thing. I can do it in Java. That's pretty much it. It's fairly simple to use. You can install it either with Pathogen or Vim plugged, or whatever other manager you'd like. The web page is this one. I'm just gonna add to the notes of the presentation afterwards, I guess. That's pretty much it. Any questions? Okay.
Does it have the ability to... Looks really nice. I'm definitely going to check that out. Does it have the functionality to clean up with like a single keystroke all the debugging commands that it's put in?
I have not added that functionality yet. It would be fairly straightforward to do so. But it's also fairly straightforward to do this in a Vim native way. So when I have added all these things and some expressions, let's say, I can then just go, oops, sorry. Oops. No, sorry. And then I'm gonna find all, and I'm just gonna walk through them and delete them. Yeah, but it would be fairly simple to actually add a function for that, right?
Any more questions?
Can you show me how you make the plugin work for different languages? Or like, can you add my own
like on the
string?
Vim side, what the
Yeah,
code
yeah,
line?
like
Yeah,
your plugin
sure.
side.
So it's let me just bring that plugin up. Vim plugged. So this is the main file of mine, and then I'm registering two two functions: debuggstring var and debuggstring expression. It's these two I've shown you, right? The counter and the expression. And then for each one of the languages that I support, I have a file under the fd plugin directory in Vim. So this gets loaded only when you bring when you open a corresponding file, right? A CVP file or a CMake or a JavaScript file, whatever. So in C++, I'm just adding, for example, this function. And basically, to support a new language, you have to add a file with a corresponding file type of yours under this directory, and yeah, just register those, implement those two functions. Did that answer your question?
Yeah. But can you have two debug string for the same language?
Or could you elaborate, Matt? What do you mean two debug strings?
Oh, I mean, right now I see you defining one debug string for each language.
Yeah.
Could you have like two different debug strings?
Like print one sort of expression and print another one afterwards.
Yeah.
I haven't implemented that.
Okay.
It should be fairly straightforward to tweak in the code base though and add it yourself though. I mean, yeah, if anyone wants to go in and change stuff, it's not a super convoluted Vim script code. It's rather very straightforward for me just to make it work. So it should be fairly easy to extend it in whatever you want.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.